All right, y'all. We're back with Is That a Read?
Is that a read?
It's a read. It's the show where we take this week's pop culture topics, but we give it a psychic spin. I'm Victoria. I'm your
And
girl for
I'm
all things tarot.
and I'm Julian, your co-host on Is That a Read?
So we're going to look at this week's topics and we're going to give readings on what's going on. So, Julian, how you doing?
I'm doing. I could be better. I'm just getting over a little sickness, so you might be hearing me coughing on this episode. But other than that, I'm good. I'm glad to be here. How are
Well,
you?
I'm glad you're here too. I'm all right. I'm making it. We all making it. We're surviving after this eclipse. And
Ooh, yeah. I feel like it did a number on me because I went down after I was feeling some kind of energy. Hopefully, this is the release I need to get moving.
I know that's right. Well, look, why don't we get to the first topic on the docket? The first topic is all about love. Y'all, have y'all heard about this? Kevin Costner and Jewel might be dating.
What? Dreams last for so long, even after you're gone? That girl? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, like I was devastated to hear this news. Kevin Costner is my boyfriend in my mind.
Oh.
Yeah, like I thought he was leaving his wife so that we could finally be together.
Hmm.
And so to hear that Jewel is creeping up on my man, like I'm devastated. Like I was looking at the articles. Apparently, there was a fundraiser for all the rich people on Richard Branson's private island, and that's where the first time they caught Jewel like sitting in Kevin Costner's lap, and Kevin Costner had his arm around her, which kind of suggested like I guess that he was hitting it. I don't know. They were like, what's going on? And so then they asked him about it later, and he didn't respond at all, as some men like to do. And
Hmm.
then recently, Jewel had an interview, and they were like, Jewel, what's up with you and Kevin? And Kevin was like, and Jewel was like, I mean,
Playing
he's
coy.
yeah, like he's a great guy. I don't know. It's fascinating. Like she was very like coy about it. But the thing is, she didn't say nothing is going on. I don't know that man. I'm sorry to that man, but that's not my man. What do you
We
think
got to
about
figure.
it?
I think we need to figure out what that something is, and we we need to. If they're not going to do it, we're going to define the relationship. We're going to DTR that today. But I think it's weird. Kevin Costner and Jewel, like I would never think in my life that they'd be together. Like growing up, in the 2000s, I think when all those movies were coming out and her music was coming out. But yeah, no, I mean, if that was to happen, more power to them. I hope they're really happy together. I hope they have a lot in common. I feel like Jules making a comeback because I think I read somewhere that she helped close out Olivia Rodrigo's concert. Like they sang a song together. I forgot which
Oh,
one. Probably one of her main songs. Probably the Dreams Last. That one. Sorry, I'm not a singer, y'all. But
you sound beautiful. You got the voice of an
oh,
angel.
oh, really? Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Get a record deal.
All right, let's put that on the universe. Universal Music, if you're listening, I'm available. But yeah, let's see what is happening. Where are they at in their relationship? I'm curious to know like who hollered at who, you know what I mean, and who was the first interested. And yeah, what do you want to know about this? What do you want to
Well,
ask the
I like
cards?
the idea of people getting cheated on. I don't know why, but it just fascinates me. So, if anything, if they're dating, what I want to know is are there side pieces? Like, are they casually dating or are they
Hmm.
seriously dating? Okay, so that's a better way to put it than I like to know about people getting cheated on. So I'm gonna revamp that. I'm gonna say I want to
Bring it back.
know if they're talking to multiple people.
Okay, okay, they're still on the market. Nothing serious.
Yeah.
All right. Um, which part do you? Why don't you answer your question if this is an open relationship? And I'm gonna look into how they met, who hollered at who. How about that? Okay.
Okay. All right. So
I
you want to go first, Julian? Or you want me to go?
I want B to go because I want to let's start see how it started, and then you could do how it's going.
Yeah, because depending on what yours says, I might not even need to look at mine, or mine might be obvious. Of course, they're talking to other people because they ain't talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Unless,
But I'm
why
sure
would they
I
keep it
will
a
come up
secret?
because me and Kevin are like,
He's you're the love of his life, aren't you?
I mean, I'm his one true love. Now that
Mm.
Whitney has passed the torch.
Oh,
That
cute.
man, whoo,
I
his
remember.
one true love.
Miss Victoria. Oh, okay. Um, who hollered at who?
I should have asked you to ask when Kevin and I are finally going to make it official. But we'll leave that for Kevin to establish.
Or we could add that at the end of the show when we read each other. Maybe you could just ask me that question right out. So I the way that I'm looking at these cards, again, I'm using the normal oracle. We have the heart and the ring. So this is saying to
Whoa.
me is like there was definitely an attraction, a connection, but from who? That's not what it's saying. And I feel like it's definitely they're in the same industry as far as like being celebrities, but like dating outside of their, music and acting and stuff like that. So that's what's showing up here. So I feel like there was an interest because they have different jobs. Uh, and I feel like Kevin sees the maturity in her. Like he really sees her for who the person he is. And I want to say Kevin hollered at her because this is the park. He saw her out and was just like maybe starting to make conversation and just kind of like shoot a shot. But I want to wonder, based on these cards, did it start out wanting to be dating or was it, supposed to be platonic? And honestly, because the heart cards there, I think there was intention there for love and a relationship. Go for it. Where they at now, though?
I wish I could be happy for them, but I'm not. All right,
It's okay.
y'all. I'm reading from the Robin Wood Tarot deck. All right, so this relationship between Kevin and Jewel. What I want to know is, are other parties involved? Are they talking to other people? Is it still an open relationship, or are they exclusive? Let's find out. And also, you guys, this is for entertainment purposes only, but we're about to get all in their business.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, wait. Okay, so what we got is the Seven of Pentacles. Look at that. Looks very much like a young Kevin Costner, like a Wyatt Earp-esque Kevin Costner. And then
I
we've
get
got
it.
the Queen of Cups, like a beautiful jewel on the beach, if you will. And then we've got the Six of Cups. Oh,
Mm.
a couple together. Okay, so what do I see with this? I see there's love. I think there's stability. And I think there might also be a past life connection going on with these two. And so, does it look like that they're dealing with other people? Absolutely not. They are just talking to
Wow.
each other. This might be a soulmate connection. I don't know how this is going to factor into my and Kevin's relationship, but this one looks to be a solid thing, you guys.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Victoria. I'm sorry you had to hear that today.
I'm glad that you're sorry as you laugh at me. It's all good. It's what it is. Like Kevin, Jill's going to learn the next time Kevin buries another ex-girlfriend and says she's his one true love. She's going to
Hmm.
learn about that Kevin Costner. He's a Rolling Stone girl. I'm trying to warn you, girlfriend. All right. All right. We're having fun and games right now, but this next topic is a serious one.
Oh, you're looking at me.
So we need to be serious because you guys, this next topic is that OJ.
He dead, y'all. OJ's dead. Man, he was an icon in our lives.
Yeah, OJ Simpson has passed away. And the funny thing is, after an eclipse, a lot of times people do die. Like a lot of people die. There's a lot of changes, a lot of endings. So, 76 years old, OJ has lived a long life.
Mm-hmm.
He was a Heisman Trophy winner. He was an extremely successful, famous football player, household name. He then went on to do commercials, television, movies, movie
Mm-hmm.
star. Everyone loved OJ. He married Nicole Brown. She became Nicole Brown Simpson. They unfortunately were known for a very tumultuous relationship that ultimately ended with the death of Nicole Brown Simpson and OJ being accused of her murder.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ultimately, OJ was acquitted of those charges thanks to his legal team, including Johnny Cochran, Robert Kardashian. He was able to be cleared, but he lost the civil suit against Nicole Brown Simpson's fellow murdered lover, Ron Goldman. Is it
Mm-hmm.
Ron?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. And so his family sued OJ for damages. They were awarded several $1,000,000, which OJ never paid. He moved to Florida to avoid the payments. In the process, he had a couple of more run ins with the law. Ultimately, the final run in, he was charged, he was found guilty, and he spent 9 years in jail for his Las Vegas break in and re-stealing of what he said was his own property. So
Mm-hmm.
9 years in jail, and then got out, got cancer, announced on Twitter, aka X, that he was fully healthy. And then 2 months later, OJ's dead.
Yeah.
And he was Kevin Costner's one true love.
Dang, Kevin Costner just be getting around.
You be getting
Wouldn't
it in,
surprise me.
y'all. You be getting it in.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I remember that case. I remember, being young and seeing that white truck, go down the freeway in LA. Like he was iconic, and he had a very colorful life. And we have questions now about what's going to come from this. Like, I'm curious to know, like, he has money as an estate, and I think he still owes the Goldman that civil lawsuit money. Like, are they going to get it? Are there more tell-all books, things that are going to come out of the woodwork now that he's passed? How's the family doing? Like, are they okay? Like, it's been a long road, and are the Goldmans, did they finally feel like they have accountability for everything that's happened? So, Victoria, what do you want to take on from this?
I mean, those are all good questions. I mean, I just want to pull any one of those questions that you've already listed. So I guess for me, I'm going to pull the question about what is coming through in pop culture as a result of this death. So what I'm going to ask specifically is like, in the next 2 years, are we going to see a OJ movie? And you mentioned that he has an estate, he has money. I think we all need to just look at our lives and take our own self inventory. How many of y'all have killed somebody allegedly and been acquitted of it allegedly, and then gone to prison for 9 years, supposedly, allegedly? And y'all still got money in an estate. I don't have money. I don't have money at all. I haven't killed anybody. I haven't been to jail. I'm just
You've been
going
a
to
good
work every
person.
day. Like, we need to up our game. Something we're not doing. OJ is killing it in this game. Like, okay, he's literally killing it in
Mm-hmm.
this game. But like, how does this man have an estate? How does he have all this money? And we broke. Like, and we ain't even got a felony. Anyway.
Well, he wrote that book, so he made money off of his felony. That's one thing.
That's true. Okay, so if you're gonna do a felony, write a book. And I guess if you're gonna be boring, you got to figure out another way because we're like we're living below the bar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We need to learn how to get OJ rich.
Yeah.
Okay,
What?
so yeah, I'm gonna look at next 2 years. Is there a movie coming out?
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna see what's gonna happen with his money. Let's see if it stays within the state or if it's going somewhere. Maybe we'll get a piece of it, Victoria, and then we ain't gotta have to worry.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. Like, I'm tired of working.
I get it. I agree. It's a hamster wheel. Can't get out of.
Maybe I should write a book for my boss. They could be like, Victoria, where's that work I told you to do? And I can write a book and be like, this is my book. It's called If I Did It.
I see what you did there. Okay.
If I did it, it'd be over there. Use your common sense. Clearly, I ain't do it. And I ain't gonna do it. All right, I'll go first. All right, so OJ is passed. This is all for entertainment purposes only. But if the movie comes out, I'm watching it. I'm gonna ask two: is the movie coming out, and is it gonna go straight to theater, or is it gonna be a TV movie? Okay, I'll pull two for both.
All right.
Okay, first one: is there a movie? Second one: TV or on the big screen. Is there a movie? Absolutely. This is the Page of Cups. She's got her little creative little palette here and nice little spark. That means it's actually already in the works right now. And then here's the Queen of Swords. So that means the thing that's gonna be the holdup for the movie to come out is gonna be contract negotiation. So yes, there is a movie in the next 2 years, you guys. So get ready for it. Now, is it gonna be on the big screen, or is it gonna go straight to TV? We've got the Wheel of Fortune. And we've got the Four of Wands. To me, this means TV. I think what they're going to find is that the offer that they'll get is going to actually be more on the front end of a TV project than of a big screen project. And so that's why I think they're going to go with TV. So we'll see what happens, you guys. All right, Julian, you're up.
I'll watch that. I want to see what's going on with that movie. Let's see the money. Let's follow the money. So I did a past, present, future spread with the Lenormand Oracle, and I want to say like he actually did really well. We got the birds, we got the open roads, and we have the birds. So I feel like he's already planned for where his stage should be going, like probably to his kids and things like that, which I think we already know. And I feel like the money's gonna get to them. The reason why is we have the sun, we have the heart, and then we have the ship. So the money is gonna sail on to the people that he loves. And that's where that's at. But what I do see in the future is we have the Skype, we have a man, and then we have another man. And I feel like this man is OJ and this is another person. The Skype cuts things off. So I feel like, yes, the money's going to get to the right people, but I think later on, maybe it might be the Goldmans, it might be somebody else who he owes money to. That's going to kind of like be cut in half, and like they're going to get a piece of it too. So everybody's going to get a little bit of something, but it's not going to be 100% going to where he thought he was planning on going.
Oh, well, I mean, at the end of the day, I just wish peace to the Goldman family, to the Brown family, and also to the Simpson family. These are people, this was their father, and so, or their grandfather. And so I just wish peace. Like his sun has set. The sun is set on the story of O.J. Simpson, and so it was a story to be told. I'll say that. And so, peace to the family.
Yeah.
All right. So our last story of the day is we started out with love, and we're going to end out with love.
Okay.
Or are we? The Golden Bachelor divorce. How many of y'all watched The Golden Bachelor? Gary, the Silver Fox. He was a retired restaurateur from Indiana, a widower. How sexy. Like, is it a romance novel? I think it is. He was a widower, and his wife had passed away years ago, and he never even been in a relationship since she lost him. And now he's going to find love on The Bachelor. And he hooked up with Teresa. There was drama. There was fake tears. There was promises. Gary was the bachelor that told all the women, I love you. He kissed all the ladies. He went in all the fantasy suites. They was knocking boots, as in his words, knocking boots in the fantasy suites. But he settled with Teresa. And then all his dirty draws came out, and it turned out he did have a live-in girlfriend after his wife passed away, and he was a cheapskate, and he wasn't wealthy. Anyway,
Damn.
he and Teresa still decided to get married. They got together in November. They married in January. And in March, they announced their divorce.
Dang.
What do you think about all this, Julian?
I think that at 7 years old, it was hard for them to change. You know what I mean? Like, they're used to being by themselves. And maybe that's why they called it quits. They couldn't just gel together. I know that they were looking for a house and together, and they still couldn't find it. And I don't know how you can't figure that out. You know what I mean? You just kind of like make it work. If you want to be with somebody, you're going to take the time to spend with them to get to know them, and you can't do that like living in different places, you know? So, because you really get to know somebody when you live with them. I mean, don't get me wrong. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe they weren't really in it for the right reasons. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Meaning, like, maybe Gary just wanted to be on TV.
And wanted that paycheck.
I feel like, I mean, this is just me being intuitive as we are. I feel like Teresa did want love. Like, she was looking for something. Gary, I'm like, maybe a little iffy. You know what I mean? But good for Teresa and Gary. Like, at least they did it as adults. They came clean, and they're just saying, maybe we don't know the full story, and maybe that's what we'll look into right now. Maybe we can see the inside scoop of what's really going on, because we just heard the PR Good Morning America version. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's dig in. Like I want to know, like, what was the factor that really made them want to call it quits? Was it really just location? Was it they really weren't feeling each other anymore? Did she think he was cheap? And she finally realized it. And yeah, what do you want to know, Victoria?
Oh, I have so many questions. I
You do.
I really follow this show, and like, I honestly feel good that they broke up, because I wasn't team Teresa. And also, I really was ticked off that Gary told all of those women he loved them, all three of the final contestants, and he was so flaky. So I kind of think that Gary, the fact that they don't live together, and the fact how flaky Gary is, I kind of think he's already moved on to someone else.
Ooh.
And my thought is, if he has moved on to someone else already, could it be one of the past contestants that he claimed he was in love with? Could it be another Bachelor scandal when he's back with Faith or Leslie? Well, he ain't gonna be back with Leslie, because she dragged him for filth when he told her no. But maybe he's been in contact with Faith, and maybe they're messaging back and forth.
Or maybe now that he's on TV, he has a whole plethora of new ladies to court.
So you think Gary's been playing in the DMs, and he's knocking boots on the weekends?
Yeah, dude. Those old folks' homes are crazy. I mean, not that they're hella old, but yeah, they get down. Like,
and there's quite a lot of young women that have a granddaddy fetish, myself included. So he could be getting with 20-something, 30-something, 40-something, 50-something, 60-something, 70-something. He's got a whole harem.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on. You want to take?
Ooh, I'm already mad. All right. Let's look at, is there someone else already in the picture? And is it a prior bachelorette, or is it someone else?
I want to know. Okay. I want to know.
This man, see, I was telling Julian, he got tall man syndrome. These tall men, they feel like they can get away with murder because they're tall, because everybody wants to be with them. So they just do these things, and they think they can get away with it. How you gonna straight up lie about a whole entire relationship? I've never been with anybody else but my wife. Sir, you was living with somebody. Who did you think this woman in your bed was? Okay, so here's what we got. We got the Seven of Pentacles again.
Kevin Costner. What?
So he's with Kevin Costner? No. His other true love? Okay, so Seven of Pentacles, this represents to me commitment, serious relationship. But then we've got the Six of Swords, which is like moving away from that. So moving away from a commitment. So this makes me think he's already moved on.
But with somebody from his
Now,
past?
is it with someone? Right. Let's look and see. So we've got the Ten of Swords, which represents an ending, something that was a hard, difficult ending. And then we've got the Two of Wands, which is exploring a new opportunity, exploring. So this could be looked at two ways. It could be looked at as him trying to explore a new opportunity with someone that he had a serious ending with, or it could be him putting that ending in his past and exploring with new people. I think the fact that this came up at all, this ending, means he is still in communication with a past breakup relationship. So I'm going to say, I think he might be talking to one of the top three girls. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense because he was in love with them. So it's hard.
All
Time
of them.
heals all wounds.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them.
They were his three true loves.
Yeah. And you know what they say? It takes half the time you guys were together to get over your ex.
So, like, at least 2 weeks.
3 days? Oh.
Right. Because, you know, him and Teresa are best friends.
They are.
And they're still in love.
And
which
you know
is why you get a divorce. When you and your partner are best friends and still in love, that means it's time for a divorce.
Yeah. He said he wants to root. He still roots for her every day, just from over here.
Right. Teresa!
I got you, girl. I got you.
You killing it, girl.
I am so jealous of the man that gets to marry you.
Teresa, I'm in love with you, girl.
Can I look in? Can I look into if that was the reason why they broke up, though? Like, because does Teresa even know what's going on? So let's see. And hey, maybe the cards will say they were telling the truth. I mean, it's just like a location thing, you know?
Yeah, we believe that.
Yeah. Honestly, we got the snake and we have the magician. So I want to say
these cards don't even believe that.
they don't play. I want to say he knew exactly what he was doing. The snake's there, so he was doing what you said he was doing. But you know what, Teresa, she don't care. She's old. She's old enough to like be, you know, mature about it because she's like, okay, well, let's not do this then. And then they had a conversation about how are we going to work through this because he doesn't want to be seen as the bad guy and she doesn't want to seem like a fool. So they're doing everything they can to open up the conversation about this, get in front of it before it goes bad. And I want to say they still are going to be friends. We have the ring and then we have the tree of life. So it means like there is some growth there as friendship. The tree of life could be family, but I don't think we need to go that deep. Like I feel like they do have a genuine like affection for each other and they're not gonna talk bad about each other. So I don't think we're gonna find out if that's really what went on because I feel like they're closing ranks with this one. So yeah.
I think you're right. I think they both got that check, that ABC check cleared, and they were like, you know what? Shake a hand.
Shake a hand. Yep.
Well played. We good. All right. So that was fun. I love that part of the show. So now what we're going to do is get into the part of the show that's about you. It's a little bit more personal. It's the inspirational reading section. So we're going to start out where Julian and I are going to read each other. And then we're going to do a reading for all of you for the upcoming week.
All right.
So, Julian, we normally read on the past week for each other. Do you still want to read on the past week or do you want to read on the upcoming week?
Let's read on the upcoming week and then I can check in with you next week to see how that resonated and how that worked out for you. How about that?
Oh, that's such a good idea. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's do it.
All right. Tell me when to stop shuffling.
Oh, look at this. Like, we about to spin it up. Okay. I'm listening. Stop.
All right. I realize we should do some ASMR tarot card reading with that
Mm,
flipping.
right?
So this one is for Victoria for your upcoming week. Let's see. This is right off the dome on top. Pyramid. So there's a few things that the pyramid means. The pyramid means that being focused because of that triangle and that pyramid, but it's also about being like grounded, but also building your way to the top. So I want to say this coming week, stay focused and don't take your eye off the ball. It's saying that um, I feel like the things that you need right now, this is not a week to slack off because this thing is going to build you into that pinnacle piece where, excuse me, once this is all done, things are going to get a lot easier. So I want to say this week, focus, get busy, get to work, and then it's going to make your life easier so that you could like rest and maybe not be um, so one-sided and like in your vision to what's happening. And I feel like this has to do with obviously work because I know sometimes that stresses you out.
Yeah, I definitely would take that advice because yeah, work is really busy. It's always really busy. But I knowing that like if I really focus, then it can improve. That's inspiring. That makes me feel better. And
All
so
right.
I'll keep you posted next week and see how that goes. Okay. So I'm gonna take your advice and I'm going to say, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Well, geez, I ain't really shuffle like that. Okay.
That's
Okay, so for Julian, you get the Nine of Pentacles. So what that means for this coming week is time spent alone. So I feel like this week, what you will encounter is a couple of things. One thing is time spent by yourself, but another thing is you kind of getting more clear on what you want to do with your life, what you want to do, the decisions that you want to make that work best for you. I actually feel like you're in a good spot where you are right now, and you're going to be able to see it for the first time that, like, oh, where I might have thought that, I have a lot of work to do. When I sit down and look at it, I actually have done a lot. I've accomplished a lot, and I'm satisfied.
okay. I can do that. Yeah, and that definitely has been something that I've been wanting to do. So I think I'm going to take your advice and really sit down and figure things out. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all, it's your turn. So now we're going to give a weekly reading for you guys to take you into this week. So I'm going to start and I'm going to use Doreen Virtue's Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck. This is just going to be a one card pull and it'll be your message for the week. Oh, I'm getting a message that it should be a 2-card pull. So then that's what it's going to be. All right. So 2 cards for our friends here in the audience. Okay, so the first card you get is self-employment. You're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. So those of you that are out there right now that are thinking like, I'm tired of this 9 to 5, it's time for me to branch out on my own. And those of you that already have branched out on your own, this is encouragement that you're on the right track. And if you haven't already, but you have an idea, this will be a week to actually try to, step out on faith, take a little risk. Start small and see where you get there. And then the second card is synchronicity. Your prayers are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them to increase their flow. I know these cards by heart. And so what that means is if you start, the universe will meet you halfway. So just take the first steps and then notice what's happening around you that guides you to the next step. But you're being supported. If you feel like it's your time to do something new, start something creative, go for it this week.
Awesome. What a great message. I feel like that resonates for me too. So I'm going to take that advice. I got 2 readings today. Here we go. Since you did 2, I'm going to go for 2. We're going to go 2 for 2 for this weekly read for all of y'all. And courage. So I feel like this goes along with Victoria's read, which is just remember that you've got everything that you need right now to move forward, and you just need a little push and a little bit of courage to get things done and motivated. And the next thing is, I love this, gratitude. Gratitude. It's the grease that keeps the wheels going when it comes to abundance and flow. So if you already know what you have, then the universe is going to give you more. So because you already know who you are, what you have, and what you got, use it, because that's why you have it. There was a need for it. Now let's use it to push forward into whatever it is that we're trying to manifest this week or this coming like 6 months. So yeah, I want to say that's my read for this week. Go for it. Do it. You got this.
You all got this. We have faith in you. We have faith in us that we're going to be doing it too. We're all living on this earth. We're all
Okay.
meeting each challenge day by day, and we can all do it together. All right. So if you had fun, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And Julian, why don't you close us out?
All right. It was so good being with y'all today, sharing this space, but we'll see you next time with some new topics and have a good weekend. All right. Bye.